It's 9:18. I was sitting here after I cleaned up and I heard a knock. Someone pounding like on a door. The only thing I think of is a building. That building that we passed, but it's not a house. Maybe it's like a garage or something. But then I didn't think anything of it because I thought, oh, it's in a distance. I got my light on. I'm underneath of my jacket. Just look. Hey, Tony here, Random Adventures 2.0. Where are we at and what are we doing? Well, where we're at, we're at the place that I did a review video for the TST R002 e-bike. So I've come back to this spot because when I was doing that review, I took it for a ride up in a field that's right over there. And I found a place to stealth camp, some pine trees up above this nursing home. But I got to get the bike back off. I think I'm going to leave my car here at this spot. I'm opposite of where their main entrance is, so I think it'll be okay here because there is cars, but they're mainly employees way down at the very beginning of this parking lot. So I'm up here in this corner. So if you're ready, buckle up. Here we go. I got to get the bike off. I got the backpack filled, but we got to get up there in that field. All right. See you in a second. All right, I got the bike off the rack. I got my helmet on, safety first. Yeah. So I've got the food out of the refrigerator. I've got the backpack ready to get on. So I'm using the Gregory backpack. I'm going to ride with that on my back. There is a rack that you can get for these bikes, but this is the one with the larger seat, so it's a moped style. So I am going to wear the backpack and then get on up there, but I got to close the car up first. All right, if you're ready, like I said, here we go. So this backpack, it's a smaller one, but I've got it all filled up. So make sure I lock this thing up and then we'll head up there. Oh, got to get it all strapped in, closed, lock. All right, Subi, see ya tomorrow. It's supposed to rain, so, oh, I got to adjust this. So it's supposed to rain in the morning. It's supposed to be raining, and it's supposed to start pretty early. They're calling for 6 a.m. rain, and then it's going to rain all day tomorrow. All right, well, let me get this tightened up and then get on the bike and let's head on up there. So this bike starts out from, oh, I gotta get my foot on. So this bike starts out with a, you don't have to pedal, but that backpack was throwing me off a little bit. Just gonna cruise around here, get my bearings, and then we're gonna go ahead, oh, and start up the hill. Where am I going? I got to go down a little bit, and then I'll take this bank right here. All right, so right now, make sure nobody's watching while I head up there. There's a little dirt road right to the side here. All right. Ooh, popping a wheelie. Oh, I wonder if that's because of the weight on my back. Yeah, I have to sit a little forward. All right, we're up. I'm gonna stop up here, make sure nobody really saw me. Now that's just in gear 1, which goes, we're going about 7 miles an hour right now. I'm gonna stop behind these trees. So you can see down through the trees there, we're just up on the other side, we're hidden. So we came up that road right there. It's kind of steep, but we're going up there and then further on down that direction. I'm not really set up for cameras and things like that on this thing. So I'm using my Osmo Pocket 3. I've got a little mount to it, but it's not real stable on the bike. And if you can see on the handlebars there, I've got a phone right there, and that mount kind of moves around a little bit too. So I don't know how good this is going to show up, but we'll see. All right. I got to get up this hill. So we have a building right in front of us. So when we came up on the review video, we went on the other side of this and there was tons of water in the grass. Maybe it dried up, but we're getting rain tomorrow. Ah, there's a tree stand right there. All right. And the pines should be right out this way a little bit. So we were up in here and I saw these pines right here, but I'm thinking this first set, and then we've got this set right over here. Yeah, oh, this grass is higher than it was before. All right, I think right in here. Yeah, this is looking like the spot. Yeah, I think this is the spot. It's pretty hidden. There is a assisted living side of the home right down there across the field. But I'm going to get the bike in there. Like I said, it's going to rain tomorrow, so I'll have to get the tarp up. We're going to use the tarp. I didn't bring anything to cut any branches, so hopefully we don't got to cut branches. But let's get in there. I'm going to get the kickstand down, and let's go in there and see if we got the right spot. Since I can't swing my leg up and over this because of the stroke on that right side, I just slide off the back of the bike. Let's walk on in here and see what this looks like. Well, that's a pretty nice area in here. Got a lot of pines. It's a lot of pine needles on the ground. I think right in here somewhere, that's a little dead one right in front of us. So I will figure out what the best trees are, and then I'll bring the bike in here once I figure out a tree. I still got my helmet on because I wanted to pick out the trees. So after looking at all of them, I think this one's going to be probably the best, which is going to be that large one right there. Even though that we got that dead one right there, it goes up in between other branches. So even if it falls, it can't fall towards me. Yeah, they all look good. So I'm going to use that one and then this one right over here. Because I picked this one because I can still see the assisted living house down there. So, but these pines kind of block me. Oh, it's 6:30 and sun's going down. So let's get the bike in here and let me get this backpack off first. Yeah, I'm kind of liking this spot because we do have the pine trees up above us. So that'll protect us from some rain so that our stuff's not too wet in the morning. Well, that's my hopes anyhow. So I got the bike pulled in, got my helmet off, got my 2.0 hat on. Oh, there's some eye pokers here. Yeah, I didn't bring a saw to take care of those. And those eye pokers are any branches that are close to your eye or eye level, you want to eliminate from your area so you don't poke yourself in the eye. I'll have to work on that. I could probably snap them off because a lot of these branches are all dead. Okay, so what do we got here? I got to get the hammock up first. Oh, that one almost got me in the eye right there. It's gone. Yeah, I got this thing packed up pretty tight, so I got to dig out a little bit because I had to go run and get some food. So usually your food's on the top. Got something to cook on. That's our pot. Well, cook in. My power bank, my Olido bulb. All right, let me work on getting down to the hammock. My headlamp, had to charge that up. So I was doing all sorts of things because we got our meetup coming up this weekend, which is May 24th, which is the first annual creator subscriber meetup for anybody that creates videos or anything for, say, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. So right now, I know of at least 40 different channels that are coming, and they're announcing that they're going to be there. So I wanted to get out and do this camp, which is Thursday night, and Saturday is the event. Don't worry about if you're watching this after May 24th, 2025, because that was the first annual. Make plans to come next year on Memorial Day weekend. It'll be the second annual, and I think more people will know about it next year. So make some plans. Mark it on the calendar. There's my top quilt. Oh, got my puffy jacket. It's about 59 degrees right now, so it's a little chilly. I'll probably have to put that puffy jacket on here in a little while, but I think I got a shirt too, a long sleeve shirt. All right, well, I'm down to my hammock, so let's get that strung up. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go a little high with it at first, and then if I need to lower it, I certainly can. That's the nice thing about these buckle straps. Oh, I packed that in there tight. All right, so this is my regular hammock that I use. Like I said, it's my quick deploy method, but there is a different hammock coming. It will be in maybe within the next month. You're gonna see a different hammock. I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet because it's gonna be a surprise. Well, you might see it on a video when I get it. All right, got the other buckle. Now I may have to go a little higher with this end here, but you will see it when I get it. Maybe I'll give you a hint. So in Pennsylvania, there's another name for a salamander. So that'll be a hint. Maybe you know what that is. But it is a salamander, which is a amphibious creature that also crawls on land, right? Well, I guess it does. You find them on the rocks and on trails, things like that. But there's another name for them. That's all I'm going to tell you right now. All right. Let me hook this strap up. I run this strap back through this buckle just to keep it tight. Somebody showed me this little trick. It was down in Lancaster at the Maha event. So he said, just take your strap once you have it through like that and pull it tight. Then to kind of lock it in place, you would run this up back through the back side of that buckle. And then that'll keep it from slipping. There you go. So there you have it. Like that. Bada bing, bada do. Whatever they say. All right, so this ground is uneven. Now I have a leg brace on, so that's, but I'm stepping right in this little gully here. But that'll make for an interesting evening. But this is the best spot I can find in here. I think this is gonna work out really good. All right, I got the bug net on this end. Now there are some bugs, but they don't seem to be bothering me. I always joke around, say, bugs don't like me because I've got AB positive blood. All right, there you have it. So this is my underquilt right here, and then the hammock. And that seems a little high. I'll give it a sit and see what it feels like. I think it seems a little high because my feet are in a gully. Oh, are the straps gonna hold? Yeah. Little gingerly get on there. Oh man, my feet are like a foot off the ground. So I am gonna pull the straps down and stuff. But yeah, only because this gully's right here. because my feet are definitely about 8 inches off the ground. Oh yeah. I'll fix that. Yep, I've got it lowered down. I just dropped it that end down, and then this end I just let the strap out and then tighten that buckle to get me kind of off the middle of that dip. So now we're all good. All right, well, I think I am gonna put the tarp up, but I may not deploy it right away. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. You'll know as I do it, right? This is a beautiful view. Yeah, sun's behind the cloud now, so soon it'll be on the other side of that mountain. But you can see way down there. That's nice. It's going to be a good spot. It didn't take too long. You can see the assisted living house down there. Now, there is a town down there as well. I don't think we can see it right from here, but we'll see lights later on the night. It's down there in between those two mountains right there come together, and you kind of drive through there and get over to that town. But you can see I got the tarp all up. Now, it's not supposed to rain until 6 a.m. It's supposed to start, but it's getting up to 100% of rain. So I wanted to get that up so we're not fiddling with it. But one of the nice things about being in the pines here is you've got a lot of branches. So you can see I don't have anything staked out. We're just tied all to the branches because we're not having to worry about it until the morning. And then in the morning, we're just going to stay dry with it. But this is a look back at the head end. You can see the organizer right there. I'll be utilizing that tonight. And then looking out this way, this is going to be our view tonight. And I will probably have to bring the bike in before we go to sleep. I'll probably keep it down at this end right here. That way it's at my feet end and still underneath the tarp. Yeah, now this tarp has doors on it, but I've got them wide open because I like to be able to see out, so I definitely don't have the doors closed. They were calling for 42 degrees overnight. That's chilly, but it's not cold. With that underquilt, I've been down lower than that, like 35 and even into the 30s. And I got my puffy jacket and I got my top quilt as well, so we'll be good. Yeah, I think this is home for tonight. All right, well, I got more stuff to do. Get cleaned up here a little bit. All right, well, I will bring you back in a minute. I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing yet, but you'll know in a second. So I brought the fire maple table along again. So that's the one that's got the 4 posts that you screw together and sink in the ground, and it's got a tabletop. I've used it before, but there's a little zipper compartment right there that you put the little stakes in. So I'm going to go ahead and I've got 2 of the lengths already screwed together. I'm going to screw together the rest of them and put the table on. I might have to go all 4. This one's the one with the little spike that goes into the ground. You can see it right there. But I don't think that's going to be high enough, especially when I put it into the ground. But the top just has another threaded part that just spins right on the top. But I like to put the post in the ground before the table because I don't like pushing on the table, the flat top. Oh, if I can bend over and get it. Oh. Because you can bend it, even though it's, I believe, stainless steel, but you can see the threaded part on the bottom. But I don't like to push down on this because I don't want to warp this or bend it. All right, let me get that set up because that's what we're going to cook on. And just give it a spin, let it screw down tight. There we go. Give it a turn. Okay, there you have it. Now, being up this high, it's a little wobbly. We'll be careful with it, though. Just like I said, it is good. All right. Sometimes I'll put this right back on top, kind of keep my bottle, my burner from sliding around on top. What are we having for dinner? Let me show you. So this is going to be kind of, well, I've made it before, but I'm doing it a little different tonight. So it is cheeseburger soup, but I'm using some other ingredients. I'm going to try this, see how it works, see how it tastes. I don't know. We'll figure out if it's good enough or not, or if we like it the other way. Okay, well, let me get it all out, and then I'll show you what I'm putting in for ingredients. You might go, ugh, disgusting. We'll see. I don't know how it's going to taste. I'm kind of going, ugh, disgusting. But I think it's going to work. Just don't know how it's going to taste, right? What are we cooking in? So I've got this little pot here. So that's what we're going to cook in. And that's a non-stick, I believe. We're going to use our little burner, our backpacking one that we use. So we're going to use that. I got the titanium cup in here. We're not going to use the cup. Oh, so I always keep a lighter in this as well. I didn't know if I ran out, but I've got an extra lighter there just in case. So that's our 750 ml titanium cup that houses our bottle and burner. Okay, but we're not going to use this. But I do have some instant coffee that we will probably have later. Because in the morning, if it's raining, I don't know how much coffee I'm going to drink in the morning. But what are we cooking? So this is my thing. So we're going to take the pot and then we're going to start boiling up some water. We're going to add to the water this bone broth. It is really good. It's got, what, 10 grams of protein. So we're going to use that. 10 grams? Yeah. So we're going to use that to flavor the water. Now, what is this? What's in there? So usually I use half and half. But this is because I wasn't sure how warm it was going to be till I got here. I mean, I took a chance with my burger. But this is Anthony's powdered milk. So we're going to put powdered milk in it to make it a little creamy. There's my burger, which is still cold, which is good. No bacteria. Oh, there's probably some. But hopefully we'll cook it off. So we're going to put that in here. We'll probably put the burger in first. Now, we can thank Miss 2.0 for this. I didn't have any cheese. Oh, but she gave me 2 cheese sticks. Grass-fed, that's for later. But I'm not going to do that in here. Usually I put shredded cheese in here. But we're going to try something a little different. We're going to put a little container of Daisy cottage cheese in with our burger. See how that goes. I have no clue how this is going to taste. But hey, it's an adventure. Random. Even food random. All right. So, well, let me get this set up and I'll start cooking because it is about 7:45. Yeah, 7:45. So that it'll be pitch black till we get eaten. All right. Well, let me get rolling. Come on, light. Whoa, there we go. Ooh, we got a flamethrower there. Let me back that down. All right, a little bit of breeze. You can see it blowing. Let's get our pan heated up just a little bit and drop our burger in. I might have to hold that handle while I cook. So what am I stirring it with? Well, I've got our titanium spoon. Oh, that's heated up quick. You can see it smoking. So I didn't bring a glove, so I'm gonna dump it right out. I don't know how much burger this is. I don't think it's a whole pound. Got the sizzle going. Break that up. I'm gonna turn this down because this, yeah, Ooh, that smells good. All right. Smells like we're at a 5-star restaurant that's cooking steak. Break that ball up. I think I got that browned up pretty good. Look at that. Oh, that looks good. All right, so I'm thinking about adding the powder just right into here, both the milk and also our bone broth, and then the water. So I'll mix that around in this and then add the rest of the stuff. So we got a whole thing of bone broth. All right, pour that on the top. Oh, don't knock this over. Boy, that's a lot. Oh, this is gonna be nice and rich. Ooh, yummy. That's a pile. And then we've got our Anthony's. This is like dried milk, powdered milk, I guess they call it. I don't know how much I want to put in. A lot. Might save some of that for my coffee. Nah. A lot of times I like it black, just black, but you can, hopefully you can see it in there. That's a lot of powder. So I'm just gonna mix that around. Ooh, that smells good. And then we got our water. That's thick. So that's soaked up a lot of that grease. I'll get the water in here. So now we're gonna go ahead and add our water and then probably the cottage cheese last. Yeah, because it'll, I don't know if, does cottage cheese melt? But let's put our water in there. So depending on how soupy we want it, we've got to save some. The lid. I got another one of these waters over there for coffee. But give that a good stir. So the interesting part is going to be our cottage cheese. Oh, I like cottage cheese, but just never had it in soup. Don't knock this over. I'll hold it down with my spoon. Come on, get in there. Yeah. So we got our Daisy cottage cheese in there. Let me scrape the rest of this out. So some people said in the comment section, Tony, I love when you used to make your crazy meals before you went carnivore. Your meals are boring. So hopefully this is, I said I would step up my game a little bit with carnivore. But I've commented back to some of those that said, yeah. I said, well, I wouldn't be making videos if I hadn't changed the way I was eating, you know, because I had that stroke 3 years ago. But ever since I've gone carnivore, oh, I hope that cottage cheese melts. Ever since I've gone carnivore, you know, this is me. I'm not making a medical statement or anything like that, but I am off all of my medications. So I was on about 8 different things, diabetes medicine and a shot, a pill, cholesterol medicine, all kinds of stuff. Oh, where's my lid? Let's put the lid on and then let that heat up a little more. Hopefully melt that cottage cheese. All right, I'll bring you back once this is boiling. Let's check on our soup. Yeah, that's a steamy. It is. Check it. Yeah, I think that's good enough. And it looks like the cottage cheese curds did not dissolve. All right, let's turn this off. Ooh, grabbed the wrong thing. There we go. Set this aside. Let that cool off. Yeah, no, it didn't dissolve. Well, maybe some of the cottage cheese did, but there's little cheese curds in there. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's steam rolling off of it because it is cooling down. Now that sun's almost down. Oh, it's going to be too hot to taste. Feel it. Oh, that hot. Sorry about my microphone. I cover it while I chew. Because I get a couple people say, "You're chewing, yuck," and I commented back, "Well, you don't have a mouth open while I'm chewing." You know what? I could probably make that into a carnivore backpacking meal. Because I could get dried ground beef, maybe dehydrated. Well, I could get dehydrated, probably not cottage cheese, but cheese, the powdered milk, which we could do, bone broth. You just heat water. If you're out there, maybe that's a good thing. But I think that would work out good. I may have to look into that. Yeah. Yum. All right. Well, I got to let this cool down a little bit more. That was actually burning my tongue almost. All right. Well, I will let this cool down for a minute. But yeah, the sun is going down. Well, it's over the mountain now. So it means we're getting close to 8 o'clock. I had to put my little light on so you could see me. Hopefully you can. I'll know in editing, right? Okay, I'm going to cool this down and then I will be back. I just turned you back on. I've been sitting here eating this and I forgot to turn you back on. But yeah, the cottage cheese did melt because while I was eating it before I brought you back, I was running my spoon along the bottom and I was picking up large pieces of that cottage cheese. So the only thing that this would need is I didn't bring any salt along. I would put more salt. And you say, "Tony, but what about high blood pressure and stuff?" Well, I was at the doctor's visit for about a month and a half ago now for a blood work. And they said, "Tony, you're low in sodium. Add sodium to your diet." I'm like, okay. And so that's the only thing I don't have. But other than that, this is tasty. I got about half of it eaten. I will bring you back after I finish all this up and get this cleaned up and figure out what we're going to do next. All right. Bon appetit. Yum. So I was just sitting here because on the Osmo Pocket 3, you can swipe to see the last thing that you recorded. And I'm listening to myself and I'm going, I went, "Oh, when was I to the doctor?" About a month and a half ago. Yeah. And when I watched it, I was like, "Who are you talking to?" It's hilarious. I didn't realize. And what's funny is that when you're filming, you don't always know what you're saying. Like me, I just start talking. But when I watched it, I like, who in the heck was over there that you were looking at? But it was to draw on memory. I was like, year and a half ago. Yeah. Like I answered myself. So I'm leaving that in. That was hilarious. All right. Well, I'm going to finish this soup now. Like I said, bon appetit. All right. Well, yum. Good deal. It's 9:18. I was sitting here after I cleaned up and I heard a knock. Someone pounding like on a door. The only thing I think of is a building. That building that we passed, but it's not a house. Maybe it's like a garage or something. But then I didn't think anything of it because I thought, oh, it's in a distance. I got my light on. I'm underneath of my jacket. Just look. And then it wasn't too long after that, I saw a red tail light and headlights, but it wasn't a very big vehicle because I couldn't hear it. So I'm trying to shade my light so I can talk to you. But then over here, oh, that way, there's something walking in the woods. It's not human. It's an animal or something. But the only animal I can think of, porcupine or something. It's not big. Maybe it's a deer. I don't know. But I'm going to keep an eye on it because I'm just not sure what it is. But I don't want to scare it away. I want it to come over here so I can film it. I know there are bears on this mountain, black bears. Hopefully they don't smell what I just ate because I don't get any left. All right, I'll bring it back when I know. But it's weird because I didn't see the vehicle pull away from that building. All right. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes. I can just make the parking lot out down there. I think voices are carrying from down that way, but that was definitely, I saw taillights over there at that building. But I never saw them drive away. So I don't think that's a house. And when I say, I don't even know what kind of vehicle it is because I just saw red lights and then like the glow of the headlights. I'm far enough away from it that I can't really see it, especially in the dark. But whatever was moving around back there, I don't hear it now. I heard it just a minute ago, but I got my... So this is a little Woo Band light. So I'm going to use that. It's 400 lumens. It's the first time I've ever used it. It was only like $19. I hear snorting. That's a deer. They're probably coming out to this field that I'm in the way. All right, I gotta go get that bike and bring it over here. Get it under the tarp. Yeah, this is that little light. Oh, it's shining. There's the bike. So the bike has a headlight on it. You know, I didn't get to show that in the review, the headlight. I just heard more footsteps up there, so I'm scaring stuff away. Let me turn the headlight on this bike. That way I can show it to you here because it's dark enough. So I'm turning it on. Oh, there you go. There's the headlight on the bike. So that is right in the front here. So that's a really nice retro LED light. Gives you quite a bit of light there. And then this thing here has brake lights as well. Let me turn it off the headlight. Oh, off. And then the brake lights, there you go. It blinks when you put the brake on. Then this has a turn signal as well. Just double tap. So that's to turn left. And then up here on the screen, you can see where it's showing that it's turning in one direction. Blinking there. And then double tap and it's done. And then the plus sign is for the other turn signal. You see it turning right there. Then we got the right turn signal. All right, let me get this under the tarp. All right, so I'm going to drive it over there. So I'm going to put it in one. There we go. Better turn the headlight on. Bike is under the tarp for in case it rains. That fits under there really nice. I tell you, it's pretty cool. But yeah, this light is powerful. Like I said, it's 400 lumens. Yeah, that's good. Give a shine up through the woods. Yeah, I don't know. I don't hear any animals. But yeah, I gotta be careful with this light. I had to turn that off. Oh, because I don't think anybody's gonna be looking up here, but you can see all the lights down there. I can hear traffic and stuff that's running out that road. But then there's another road down below that we can't see. All right, well, I'm gonna go sit back on my hammock. I'm sitting down here on the hammock looking at this Wuban G5 light. This thing's pretty impressive. Like I said, it was only $19, but it's got a clip on it. Here, let me show you. See the clip right there. So you can clip that on your hat, I'd imagine, or on your shirt, on your backpack. Yeah, it's pretty nice. This little slide right here. So when it's in the down position, it keeps it locked, so you can't turn it on. That button, I'm pressing the button, it won't come on. But you slide it up, USB-C. Watch. Now it comes on. And then there's a little roller wheel right here to go. I was playing around with it. You can go up and down, make it real low light, all the way up to that 400. And they say it actually blinks too, like a strobe. I'm going to play around with that and see if I can find the strobe. I want to see that. Because it's supposed to be red and green, or I don't know. I'll have to find out. I didn't read the instructions. But something to do, play around with. Oh, and there's a magnet on the bottom. This isn't metal. Nah. But there's a magnet right there. Let me see if I can get the little flashes to work on this. I figured one of them out. So you hold the button down, and it's got a blue strobe. And then, I don't know if you hold it down and keep holding it. Oh, red and green strobe. Oh, like Christmas. What else does it do? I guess that could be like an emergency light. So red and green strobe. Like a purple. I don't know if that's a UV or not. I think that is a UV light. Huh. Let's see what else it's got. Hold the button down. That's little strobe. Hold it. Oh, look at that one. It's red and blue. So, yeah. Probably get in trouble with that one in the United States, because that's what our police department uses. Okay, you can see I got it set on low, and then we're going to crank her up, and that would be the highest setting there, 400 amp, or lumens. Tell you what, for 19 bucks, this thing's pretty nice. That's my new EDC. Yeah, I better put that away before I get in trouble. Yeah, I got red and blue strobe light. People think the police are up here. I don't think anybody's looking up here. It's late. It's like 10:45. All right. Well, I'm just bored. I think I might hit the hay pretty soon. So I think I'll relax a little bit, and then I'll talk to you in the hammock. Get all situated in the hammock. I've got the Enlightened Gear top quilt. This is a 40 degree. That was a gift from Stitch after we were down there in Florida. I picked him up and we went to Hang Con. We did that 2 years in a row, and he had sent this to me after I got home. And then while I was down there, he bought me this hammock gear organizer. as a belated, is that what you call it? Belated Christmas present? Yeah, we were down there in January. We'll be going to HangCon 2026 next January. All right. Well, I have been laying here and getting comfortable, and I think I am going to go to bed. So I think all I got to do is say good night and lights out. I do have my puffy jacket on. It is cooled down quite a bit, so I will be fine. This thing's nice and warm. Yeah, because it's only supposed to get down to 42. Like I said, my under quilt and also my top quilt are rated for 40 degrees, I believe, and they can do even lower than that. All right, well, I will see you in the morning. I don't expect anything to happen except for I keep hearing snorting. So I'm going to turn the light out and let the deer eat. And I will talk to you in the morning. All right. Good night. Lights out. Oh, it's going to be a good night. Well, good morning. How you doing? Yeah. So it started raining about 1 o'clock in the morning. It's the light rain that happened late last night throughout the night, and it's not picked up any yet. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, so time to get up, sleepyhead. I could lay here all day, but the rain's coming. I got to get packed up, get down to the car, get the bike down there. I've never ridden it in the rain, so that'd be a first time for everything. But we got our event to get ready to go to over there at Knoebels. So we're going to do that. It's going to be on Saturday. Hopefully I'll see you there. If not, maybe you can make it next year. Oh, I got to change my hat out. So how did I sleep? I slept pretty good. Yeah, I did. I slept real good. So I'm nice and comfy this morning. Was I going to have coffee? Yeah, I was thinking about it. And I thought, nah, if it's going to rain, because it was supposed to start raining harder at 6. It's 7. Yeah, let me get up and I want to beat this rain out of here because it's supposed to get come down pretty hard all day long. So let me get out of here, get out of this hammock, get up and get packed up. The tarp's going to be wet. I'll have to dry that out at home, but everything else is dry in here. All right, well, let me get my feet swung over the side. Yeah, I think I'm going to get out of here before the rain really comes down. I just checked the radar. We've got a big line coming. Yeah, the tarp held up pretty good last night. I mean, I did hear the pitter patters of the raindrops on there when I woke up a couple times last night, and I didn't wake up much. I slept really sound. So I was hearing animals all down through there different times of the night. So I have a feeling it was all deer. Maybe some little critters too. Yeah. Well, let me get this broke down and take the bike, and oh, it's gonna be nice riding through the wet grass. I'll look back at camp. This was a really nice spot. I'm glad I found it. Maybe I'll have to come here again sometime. Okay, I am gonna get all this broke down quick. I'm gonna work on everything underneath first. Stay under the tarp because it is still lightly raining. Okay, here we have it. We're all tore down, broke down and everything. I just got the backpack laying there next to the bike. But you can see our area is totally cleaned up, so we're all clean. Looks like nobody ever slept here. So that's how you always want to leave it. This was a great tree and a great spot. Yeah, I'm really glad I found this the other day when I did this review on this bike. There is a description for this bike down, or a link down in the description for it. It's the TST R002 So there is a description link down there. But I am going to probably say goodbye up here rather than show you all the way down to the car, because I want to get down there. But got to get the backpack on, the helmet. I didn't want to wear the helmet while I talked to you and said goodbye. But I want to thank you for coming along on this adventure, and hopefully you get a chance to check out one of the other videos that we've done, whether it be stealth camping, car camping, just wild camping, or camping in general, hammock hangs, all kinds of stuff. Lots of stuff in the playlists. All right, well, if you're ready to go, I'm going to get going. And again, thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it. Got to get the backpack on, but I will see you on the next random adventure. Check out this playlist right here for hammock camping. I think you'll find something you like. All right, well, we'll see you on the next random adventure. Take care, Tony 2.0 out. Oh, I got to get my backpack on before it pours.